Hey, what up? Welcome back to Ace and Prime Podcast. I'm the
Fuck.
Ace part.
And I'm the prime.
He the Prime. Thanks for kicking it with us.
The ace part is crazy though. I'm just saying.
I'm the Ace part of the name. That's the Prime part.
There you go.
Thank you for kicking it with us. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Me and my guy.
Come on, man.
How you, man?
I'm doing good,
First and
man.
foremost, how you? All right.
I'm doing great, brother. How you? Hey, hold on. How you doing, Mr. Knicks?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
I mean, you said Knicks in six.
I said Knicks in six.
You did.
I thought it was gonna go a little bit different, but I said Knicks in six. If we could do it in five, I'll be happy.
100%. Nah,
As long
listen.
as it's Knicks.
You know what I just thought about?
Talk to me.
I wish I had that recording when they hit that shot when you jumped in the air.
Yeah, so
You-
we was watching the game. Yeah.
You called it an out of body experience. What was that?
First of all, everybody in New York had an out of body experience
yeah,
watching
but,
that game. That was the closest thing to an NBA miracle that
okay.
took place.
Now, let me ask you a question. Have you done gymnastics?
Why would you ask me that?
I'm just asking, bro.
I was
No.
an athlete back in my time. We'll just say that.
Is
I was
that why your
athletic.
legs move like that?
I'm athletic. I was super athletic.
Okay.
I was athletic, bro, back in my
All
days.
right,
But
man.
anyway,
Yeah, let's
man.
get this podcast. Yeah, okay.
100%,
My fault. My
man.
fault. Yeah, we went.
Yo, you good?
I'm great, man. I'm
Alright,
doing
Glad
good.
you chilling, man.
Hey, how's the fan supporting the Knicks though, man?
Yo, let's dive into that, right? So
Okay.
fan support is amazing,
Okay.
but it's also, I feel, taken away from the Knicks. I feel like it's taken away from a lot of what's going on right now because this is such a big thing for the city and it's such a big thing for the fans.
hmm
You know, the people that have been rocking with them. So a lot of the stuff going on right now is a little too much, and it sucks to watch. But
What do you mean? Like you talking about the fights, the way they're going
the
at
way they're acting, I
Wimby?
mean, I love the energy, like when they do the little clips outside,
Yeah.
the real New York energy, like
Yeah.
people just being real loud, hype, together, going wild. But
Mhm.
to me, that's not New York energy. All of the other stuff going on, it's like young energy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it's whack because when you think about what's going on, and you talk about the Knicks right now, it's like everybody talks about that too. And
But let me
not
ask you
what's
this though:
needed.
do you think that if the fans was not reacting the way they were, do you think the Knicks would be where they're at right now?
I think so. I think so.
I think the support system, the fans is,
Oh,
giving the Knicks the way they're going. The whole city came together.
oh,
Wait,
100%.
wait, wait. Before we talk about the city, not even the whole city, the whole country. How many new Knicks
Yo,
fans do we have?
yo, that's another thing. That's another topic, man. I
Yo,
went to go buy a hat today, and I was looking for a Nick hat.
wait, is that why you got the LA hat on?
You can't. That's
My
crazy because you
fault.
can't even see
Okay,
that.
I'm sorry.
And
I'm
you
sorry.
did
My
that.
fault. My fault. My fault. My fault.
Anyway, I was looking for a Nick hat today,
Okay.
and literally they said the dude told me straight up. I said, "Yo, I need a Knicks hat." He
Mhm.
said, "You're not gonna find a Knicks hat." It was one hat.
Oh,
One hat. He said, "That's the only one we got." He said, "That one just came in today, so you can take that one." But I'm like, how is there not a Knicks hat? We're in Orlando.
like it just. I remember we went to a spot. Let's not put names. That's not. And 99% of the everyone that was there were Knicks fans. Everybody had a
Oh yeah,
Knicks
yeah.
jersey. They were screaming,
Chanting, which
chanting
I
Nick.
love. Don't get me wrong. I love
Matter of
when.
fact, both places. The first
Yeah.
place we went to, and the second place was all Knicks.
Listen, there's all. It's the only thing I want to hear right now. All I want to hear is the support. I want people cheering. I love it. Right. I will tell you it is a little weird though. I'll be lying if I tell you I don't feel a little weird
Mm-hmm.
when I see a lot of fans came out the blue just because we're winning.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's not a fan.
Okay. Do you feel like that
It's
kind
okay
of
to be a fan of the sport. My fault.
okay?
I love the Warriors.
Yeah.
I love Steph. Warriors are doing their thing. It's hype to see them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hyped when I'm watching it. You know what I'm saying? I'm a big Kawhi fan. Whenever he's winning, I'm
Okay.
hyped for him.
Okay.
Run in Toronto, I was hyped for him because I liked him since he was a rookie in San Antonio. But I see people like overly geared out,
Yo,
overly
I'm talking about.
posting, overly. You know what I'm saying? When it's overly done, It's just weird. It's just weird. And it's a different thing if it, if it's weird and you know it's weird, but you just like, yo, this is where I want to be now.
Okay. Okay.
When you pretend, it's just another thing. But anyway,
I
love the
mean,
support. Um,
so I mean,
Support goes a long way. I will tell you, I feel like the fans of New York, I was a little shocked by because as I'm watching the games, let me tell you, game three,
wow.
first game at home, I thought was gonna be insane. When I tell you,
I remember you said the same. You
I
said,
said,
"Yo,
yo, city's gonna
they,
be on fire.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
I
you
said,
said it.
the
You said,
place is gonna, the arena has to sound like such and
so,
such. I told you.
yeah."
I said because when you go to that city,
Wait, why you don't want to say their name?
because right now it's all about the Knicks,
Yo, it's like that.
like that. When you go to that arena,
Okay,
you feel like
okay.
you in a college game,
Yeah,
and the college is nowhere near as big, so it's even louder.
it's louder.
So I thought New York was gonna be like that. And don't get me wrong, we started off with the turnovers and everything, and it got quiet. And I thought because we lost that game, game four, everybody was gonna just like from the beginning to
Go
the end
all
be
out.
going crazy. And when we got that, when they went down by so much, I would just say the reason why I'm so shocked is because it was so quiet. And one of the things I always talk about is support. And when you have that support system behind you, it just really helps you go past what you believe is your limits
Okay.
or push past those limits, right? Now, when we came out in the second half, we went in a little run. The fans got behind them.
That first
Fans got
13 and
behind
no
them and
run.
started going crazy, and look what it did. It got so crazy. There's even a clip at the end of the game I'm gonna send you where Cat is actually right before he goes to block the inbound on the very last play
Yeah,
of the
he was
game.
telling the fans.
He's telling that's
Yo,
like
yes, that was great.
people don't
I enjoyed that
understand
moment.
the
That
little
moment,
difference
yes, I enjoyed. And then when the ref told him like,
support
"Yo,
does.
back up," he's like, "No, I mean, look where I'm at. I'm in the right spot."
But perfect example, the little
That's all he.
difference support does, it changes the outcome of
Okay.
something so big that we wouldn't even know played a role, right? So that's a great segue into that combo because
I was gonna ask you this too. Like when it comes to support system, would you say how much of an impact has support system or having a great support system has impacted your life?
oh man, growing up, I'm gonna say I had an amazing support system. Number one, I've always told you this. My family, you got to know my family. We're a super tight group.
100%.
My family is everything to me, and I think because of how we came up, we are able to still stay so tight, so locked
Mm-hmm.
in. But man, shout out to my parents. My parents growing up,
100%. Shout out to them.
literally, man, they let me be, and us, me and my siblings. When I tell you, they truly let us be whoever they like. We believe we wanted to be and
Mm-hmm.
supported us, as long as it was on the path of growth.
Okay.
I had the full support. That's why I came up the way I feel. Where it's just like I'm kind of so, I would say,
I was gonna say loose,
nonchalant
but
towards things. We'll say nonchalant because yo,
yeah,
I'm telling you, this
yo,
guy, bro.
bro, you
Yo,
you wanted to say it.
I said nonchalant.
No, but you wanted to say
Loose and
it.
nonchalant,
Okay,
they
but
don't even
yo, you
sound the same.
started like doing like the little shimmy, and I'm like,
Yeah,
what are you
like
doing?
I was doing this,
Okay,
chamois, whatever.
shimmy, shimmy, my fault.
I was nonchalant. People assume I'm so nonchalant. It's not
Okay,
that. It's just I just have a belief that like nothing's wrong as long as you're moving forward. You know what I'm saying?
okay,
Um, because that's what I was given that support. My mom, bro, I done did some crazy experiments with clothes or sports that I never belonged in. Me and my brother played tennis.
wait, y'all play tennis?
Yo, me and my brother used to play tennis. Yo,
No way.
there was a point, there was a summer that we literally had racks and we would literally walk to this tennis area a few blocks away from our
Lou
house.
was a tennis
Just me
player.
and Lou, just playing tennis.
Oh yeah.
People will never know.
You want to hear something funny? What if I told you I played tennis too? You would never believe.
I believe you. You're athletic. A
Of
lot of
course,
people should get shocked, man. Goose can move. Me and him
they
play
don't
one on
know.
one a lot of times. Goose can move, man.
100%.
He a big dude, but Goose can move. Goose can play
You
sports.
emphasize on big a little too much right
No, I
there.
didn't. No, I didn't.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
You really did.
No, I didn't. I said he big, but and I moved on. Big butt. Like I say he's big, but you know what I'm saying. I moved
Yo,
straight on.
okay.
But Goose can move. So now I
No.
believe you athletic, but yo, like my pops number one. That's another
Hmm.
shout out, man. This guy put us in baseball. Had us. I tried football. I fell in love with basketball at a young age. We were playing since young.
Okay.
My pops was the guy that was bringing coolers full of popsicles and ices for the kids.
Wow.
Um, Giving people rides, having his friends show up. Like, yo, when I tell you the number one supporter all the way through high school, no matter what, if I had a home game, even away games, my pops was there in the stands.
And that's
And he brought
awesome.
my little nephews too. They were little kids. So I
Yeah.
always had an amazing
At least
support
you know
system.
you had someone in the crowd that was cheering for you. That was there
Amazing
for you.
support system.
Yeah.
And that plays such a big role because everybody thinks, support is showing up. Like right now with the Knicks,
Mm-hmm.
oh, they winning, let's show up for them, let's be loud for them, let's represent them. But to me,
Mm-hmm.
and again, this is my perspective, so true support and real support to really help somebody grow and go past their limits isn't just pushing them and letting them know, like, yo, if you win, I'm with you. I think the pressure was more on the Knicks going back home than it was on the Spurs
Oh, yeah.
because they were trying harder rather than to win, to not disappoint.
Okay.
And so I feel like the strength of not trying to disappoint people that are behind you sometimes overshadows the power of trying to progress. So that's why having a good support system behind you can really determine the outcome of where you go in things.
Okay.
You know.
I can see that.
So, but what about you? I want to know more about you as far as like your
My
your
support system.
your
So
support
mine was a little
system.
different, right? So being born in Haiti, it was different. So my I remember when I was young, my dad taking me to all these soccer games. I actually have a funny story, yo. My only memory I have with me and my dad, we went to this soccer stadium in Haiti, and it was two locals going at it, and it was a big rival game, and they started shooting. So they started shooting. I took off running. Some way somehow I got out. I don't know how, bro. And my dad is looking for me. Everyone's looking for me. He's going
How old
crazy.
are you?
5.
No way. You just went out running.
Bro,
Running.
I
So,
went
oh wow.
running. Like I got away. I remember I went
Like a
under the
riot.
tunnel.
Okay.
Like went under the tunnel. I got out. It's a riot. Everybody's screaming. Remember, it's people they're shooting, bro.
Yeah.
And my dad ended up, getting me. And I remember like he's like, "Yo, how did you make it out?" And I was just like, I don't know. I just where everybody was going, I went the other way. Like I kind of like instead of following the crowd, I sneaked in through the back and was able to get out. But I remember my dad putting me through all of these different schools for soccer, being like going to the camps, and then moving over here to the US to where then I started playing football. Now it was different because I realized that here's the whole thing about support system. I feel like sometimes there people want to support you, but they don't have the ability to. Because I'll give it my mom. She wanted to go to my games. She wanted to go to the football games, but we didn't have a car. So the fact that we didn't have a car when I was young, my mom was catching ride to work. I used to catch ride to practice. The coach would take me home. So that was my second support system, right? Having the coach there to take the time aside to take us home. I remember he had a truck. It was a green truck. So the way he would go is he'll pull up to your house, beat the horn, you'll get out, you jump on the back of the truck. Now I don't know how legal or illegal this was, but it used to be like 7, 8 boys in the back of a truck going from Davenport all the way driving 20, 30 minutes to practice. Just filled up, practice cleats everywhere, all equipment. So not having that support system, I think fueled me because I wanted it so bad.
I'm hearing you say that, and I'm just thinking while you're talking and you saying that, and it's just like I think that's also a form of support though, because you was young, right? You guys came from a tough background, tough
Mhm.
upbringing, and a lot of people when they come in a different situation, they got a lot of pride.
Okay.
So I think another way of looking at that is maybe she couldn't support you in the way of showing up, but she did support everything else and saying, you know what, if I can't be there, doesn't mean that he
Someone else
can't be
can.
there.
100%.
And she said, if there's another way, I'm gonna stand behind that. And I'm gonna let him do that. Even though I may not know this person, I may
Mhm.
not be comfortable sending him out there. Because this is big to him and I wanna support that, I'm gonna let it happen the way that it could happen, knowing that I can't play that role.
Yeah.
And similar to that, like when I was trying to move out here, I didn't have a car. And the only job I was able to really get when I was trying to find a job was a delivery driver for two competitive pizzerias.
Hmm.
And the pay was decent, especially back then. We're talking about 2011. You could make like $125, $150 a day. I was just trying to
That's a
save up.
lot.
I
It's a
was just
lot
trying to
back
save
then.
up money to move out here, and I didn't have a car. Both my parents would actually lend me their cars. I had 3 jobs to move
Hmm.
just to move out here.
Wow.
I worked in an after school, making like $8.25 an hour for 3 hours a day because it
Hmm.
was dead time. As soon as I finished up, I would run home, take whatever car was available, whether it be my mom's or my dad's, drive about 30 minutes away to one of the pizzerias that I was
Hmm.
hired at, and then do deliveries for that day. Probably come home, be done by 11:30, come home, and I had a overnight job doing valet for a hotel, a local hotel that nobody really went to. Um, it was overnight valet. Nobody was valeting their car, but they would pay me like $12 an hour, and I was always up at night talking. So
So
I
it
said,
doesn't matter anyway.
literally, I was
Yeah.
like, I might as well be getting paid for the time I'm gonna stay up. So literally, I did all of that, and knowing all of that, I was only 20 years old. Not only my parents supported me with their vehicles, they didn't see their son. They knew he was trying to move to
Yeah.
Florida, and they like this was the little bit of time that they had left with him. They didn't see me, but they just let me ride.
Yeah.
So that's
I
a huge
mean,
support.
so going from that, like, I had the same thing because for me, I think I went against the grain a little bit
Mm,
because, you know, especially coming from a Caribbean family, being first generation in this, well, not even first generation really, but being that I made it to the state at an early age, everything was geared towards going to college. You have to go to college. You have to go to college. You have to go to college to be somebody. But what I realized was I can do so much. College is a tool. And I felt like if I use for what I wanted to do, it didn't fit. Maybe later on in life, but for where I was at, it didn't fit. Now in the beginning, I didn't get as much support. Imagine telling your mom and dad, yo, I'm done with school for now. I'm going to follow a different career path. I'm going to do this because of this, this, and that. And the number one thing I told them was, I said, listen, statistics, back then, is I remember it was a doctor, man. That really got me. And the doctor said, I'm 36 years old. I just now officially became a doctor. You, as a bellman, I was a bellman. I was 17 working at Westgate. And he was like, you have more money than me right now. I said, no, I don't. I'm making $10 an hour. He specifically asked me, said, do you have any debt? I said, no. He said, you have more money than me right now. It does not matter how much money I'm currently making. I have so much debt, especially student loan. My break even point is at 45.
mm.
So until I'm 45 and I have no debt, you have more money than me. And that hit me, bro. I'm like, yo, I'm about to go to college, and I'm talking, and everyone talks highly of a doctor. They're paid, they
Mm-hmm.
get paid this, this, and that. And in reality, they don't break even because of student loan until they're about 40, 45. And that's the good ones. So then I said, no, I don't want to wait till I'm 45 to actually start enjoying life, to start, doing certain things. So I said, you know what? Let me do this. And I going back to support system. I had the right support system around me when I was 17 as a bellman because I had people that saw something in me that I did not see. And it was other guys, telling me, oh, you should really try this. You should really try that. And, I'm not going to go too much into detail what it was, but I said, you know what? If they can, and I looked at them, no disrespect, but they weren't better than me. They were not smarter than me. They just had more experience. So I said, if I can apply that same, drive and that same effort that I was going to when it came to school into this and allowed it to kind of propel me to where I want to be in life, let me go at it. And I did. And, look where I'm at today.
I
So,
have a question. So I don't know too much about you. I know a lot, but I don't know,
mhm,
too much. When you went to go have that conversation about the path that you was about to go, opposite of what
mhm,
your family worked hard for,
mhm,
your family thought that they positioned you to be able to do.
mhm.
Nobody knew this outcome.
Oh, yeah.
But when you went to go have that conversation, how did you feel? If you could remember going back, how did you feel thinking about it? And the day you said it's time for me to go and just say how I truly feel. How did
I,
you feel going into
I
that
mean, I was
conversation?
scared. I was scared. I remember, like, thinking, oh, my parents are gonna hate me. In a sense, not hate me, but be more so disappointed because I was about to tell my parents something they've never seen before. They've never had anyone in that situation, so they can say, you know what, that person did it. Maybe my son can. So imagine going to tell someone something that they've never seen, they've never heard of. It's going back in time and telling someone, oh, a phone can now search things up. I mean, if you was in 1980 and you're showing someone an iPhone, you're telling someone what an iPhone was going to do in 2026, they would look at you like you're crazy. So that was kind of the look, and that was the expectation. And I remember the first few times, man, our relationship was not great.
That's what I want to kind of get into because
It was not good. I mean,
there's a fear of stepping outside the box sometimes. And I actually recently had a conversation like this with somebody at our workplace.
mhm.
They were a guest, and I don't know why this kind of just is reminding me of that. But I think that's what a lot of people might be able to gain something from
Mm-hmm.
is understanding
Stepping
how
outside that
we're all
box.
normal. You know, we get to hear about people who are doing good or people that surpass that hurdle, but
Mm-hmm.
we don't understand how relatable they are when they were in the position that maybe you might feel you're in right now. And giving them some pointers of like, what it took, how you felt, how that conversation went. Because everybody could say, "Oh, well, I had the conversation and look where I'm
Look
at."
where
But
I'm at. No, it was a, it
hearing
was,
about, yeah,
yeah,
like we
it was bad.
our
I
relationship
mean, think
shifted.
about this, man. Like not talking to your parents, coming home and just seeing that disappointment really in their face.
Mhm.
They to a point where even when things were bad, I had to fake it. I had to act like everything was amazing at the choice that I made.
A lot
And
of people do that.
even though things wasn't going good, yo, how's
Mhm.
this? How's that going? Oh, it's going great. It's going this. Yo, I'll tell you a story, yo. My mom actually, yo, this happened in New York. Shout out to New York. So I'm in New York. This was like my breaking point, man. I'm gonna tell you my breaking point. I'm in New York. I found out that I'm going to, to have a baby, and I'm sitting in one of the train stations, panicking, bro. Now, to my parents, now, you know how mom can always see it? Like every time my mom
They
would
have a
call me,
sense.
yo,
They have a sense, 100%.
I remember my mom was like, yo, you can come home whenever you want to. Just know, like,
Random
home is
conversation,
home.
just a random convo,
Random out of nowhere, bro. I'm like, why would you bring that up?
but you felt it that day.
I, I remember calling my mom and I broke down. I was like, yo, things are not going good. They were going great in some aspect,
Yeah,
but what I wanted to get out of it was not what it was, you know? My expectation of it was not it. I remember like, yo, this is not working. This isn't it. I'm in New York right now. Now here's the crazy part. The whole time I'm telling my mom that she doesn't know I have a kid on the way. So she doesn't know where this is coming from. Like this
pressure,
emotion, this pressure. She's like,
stress.
this stress. I mean, she's like, yo, your face is just weird. Like you're skinny, you're not eating.
Yeah, I'm
And
just thinking about things
it's
I've been through with my mom just has a
bro, it
sense.
was, and I remember telling, I was just like, I just broke down, bro. And my mom was like, yo, I don't care what's going on. I don't care what it is. Just come home. That's all I needed. Yo, as soon as she said that, Jay, I was supposed to go, I forgot what street. You know how y'all do your whole street thing in New York. I turned back
It's
around.
just numbers, by the way.
I'm just, yo, I'm just saying, bro. Y'all got,
If you're on
yo, you on
48,
34th Street. Yo, I'm a
49th
block.
is
I'm
next.
this. I'm that. It's just, I don't know, man. Okay, yo, I was in Lower Manhattan. You know where I was? You know that train station when you go to Jersey, something like that? It's the one that's right across Lower Manhattan. You go under the water, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, Long
Okay,
Island River.
perfect, perfect. Okay. So that's where I was at. Yo, I turned back around. I walked home because the train was taking too long. I was so in so much emotion, I just couldn't handle myself. So I walked home, I packed my bags, called my boss, said, yo, I'm leaving. I didn't even meet him. I didn't even go to the
Oh
office to
wow.
meet up with him. He said, wait, what do you mean? I said, no, I'm literally
Oh, that's
leaving.
how it ended for you? I
Yes.
didn't notice.
I said, yo, I'm going home. He said, yo, come to the office. Let's talk about it. I said, my decision, there's nothing else that you can say right now that's going to make me stay because he trust. And that's something one day I definitely want to get into how powerful, trust
The
is.
power of trust.
The power of
100%.
trust. But yeah, man. So I got in the car. I've packed up everything. Yo, my car filled up. I had my Honda Accord. Shout out, man. Damn, I crashed that car. I missed that car. But yeah, anyways.
We all got that one.
Yeah, that was my
We all got that startup.
Dizzy. That was my
we all got that.
That was my baby. So yeah, man. I got in my car. Yo, I drove 17 hours straight, nonstop. Yo, I started driving at 6 p.m. I got to Florida the next day.
No stops.
No stops.
That's the type of pressure that we go through. That it's like your body has that out of body experience. Like
it was definitely.
I'll stay up as long as I need to. I just need to get home.
I'm gonna tell you how I know it's an out of body experience. Do you know how when I don't know if you ever did those long distance like road trips. When you make it to the state that is your home, and you make it somewhere that is you could say that that is familiar to you, your body shuts down. That's the same. You know how they always say you always get in a car accident within 2 miles of being home because that's when you
relax.
You relax. Yo, I remember the second I saw the Florida sign, I pulled up to a gas station to put gas. I remember like putting gas. I got in my car to turn it on. I turned it on. I leaned my head back. I did this. It was 45 minutes later.
Wow.
Jay, I was like,
the car was on?
Yes.
That's crazy.
Yo, and I remember it was like, yo, this was wild. Then all of a sudden I look around. You know when you wake up, you don't know where you're at? I was just in New York.
I got a question though, Rick. How did you feel when you got home? After going through all of that, when you stepped home, you opened those doors. If you could think back and remember, what was that like?
Relief.
What was your welcoming like?
It was just hugs. It was
No
everything's
questions
gonna be
asked.
okay.
No questions asked. Just
No
I'm glad
question.
you're here.
No question.
I think support is such a super. I think support is a superpower.
Think about this, Jay. If I did not have that support,
I think it's a superpower. Who knows where you would be right now?
I definitely wouldn't be here.
I think support is a superpower, man. And I want to ask you, so like now, I think it's healthy for everybody to have something to lean on.
Okay.
As far as like when we all go through tough times, because no matter who you are, you're gonna go through. Everybody, regardless of what position they're in, has their form of a serious, stressful situation.
Okay.
Right? Whether you're an artist, whether you're the president, whether you're Elon Musk, like anybody, doesn't matter. Jeff Bezos, everybody has. These are people that everybody's like, oh, they got all the money in the world, they're fine. No, everybody has their version of
anxiety.
Of anxiety.
Do you know this though? Speaking of this though, like the rich, if you look at the demographic, most people that are on anxiety pills are the upper echelon. It's not the lower class.
Oh yeah, it's too much.
When you got too much,
yeah,
it is too much.
You deal with too much. There's a phrase that I learned. I forgot what speaker it was that I used to listen to, and they said the poorest people in the world are the ones who only have money.
I've heard that before. I've heard that. Yeah, when I've heard
that one line, I'm still using it. Open up my perspective. Poorest people in the world are the ones who only have money.
Only have money.
That's all they got. Nothing else. That's poor. And you got nothing. But I wanted to ask you, right? So, like, when you go through tough times right now, like, do you have a method? Do you have a person that you could think about? Do you have like a go-to relief?
Yeah. I think.
What does that look like?
That's you.
Is it? I didn't know this.
My God.
Damn. Man, that means a lot. Yeah. I really didn't know this.
100%.
So you
think
feel
about this.
Like when you're going through serious situations, you think of, I can help you out, or I can help you relieve that.
Yeah, 100%. Because you've helped me in so many ways, bro.